Hello.
Hello.
Hi there. How are you?
Yeah, I'm fine.
So, are you ready for the speaking interview?
Yes, I'm ready.
So, it is going to be a telephonic interview, as in the real IELTS exam. I will ask you a certain number of questions that you can expect the examiner asks you in the real exam,
Okay.
and I would guide you throughout the exam that how it is going to be, right? So,
Okay.
the exam starts with the checking of your identification, that is your passport. Since we cannot do it over the telephonic call, I will continue from the very first question that the examiners usually ask that are you a student or do you work?
I'm working as a teacher in a school.
Mm-hmm. And can you tell me what are the job responsibilities you have?
Yes, there are different types of responsibility I'm taking care of. Firstly, I have to prepare assignments and I have to plan my day according to my timetable. So I have to do it beforehand. And secondly, I have to teach computer subjects to my students, and for that I prepare the lecture well in advance so that I can deliver my knowledge.
Okay. And what part of your job you find most difficult?
The most difficult part which I found in my job is handling duties which are provided to us on a daily basis, and it alters on the daily basis, and we have to go to the duty board to check it. So that's a task that I found is Herculean task for us to do on a daily
Okay.
basis.
I understand. And what aspect of your job you enjoy the most?
The most important task which I enjoyed as my students, when I entered the class, I feel so delighted to attend my class because my students are connected to me and they are very happy and satisfied me, and I even enjoy delivering my lecture because it was my ambition since childhood to teach children. So I feel so pleasure while taking my lecture, and this is a part I
Okay.
enjoyed the most.
My next question to you is that, given a chance, would you like to change your job?
I would say that yes, if I will get a chance in future, so definitely I would like to apply for the position of lecturer because I want a promotion in my job and I want to enhance my skills. So I'm looking forward to clear my UGC NET exam, and I'm planning to be a lecturer in my long term plan.
Fantastic. Moving on to the next topic, I would ask you a few questions related to pets and animals. Do you keep a pet at home?
Actually, I'm very fond of animals, especially domestic animals, but I usually don't prefer to keep them as a pet because I think freedom is more important for them. So once you keep them as a pet, so they lose their freedom, I think the environment which is provided by nature should be given to them. So that's why I just love them. I don't
Hmm.
want to keep them as a pet. I
Interesting
think
thought.
liberty is
Okay.
important for everyone.
Okay. And another question is, what are some of the people in your country frequently keep as pets?
It varies from interest of person to person. Some some people are fond of keeping pets. So as per their perspective, I think if they can provide good care and facility to the pets and they can take care of them, so they should definitely keep them. But if you are not affordable
Can
and
you
you
give
cannot
me few
provide,
example of the pets they keep?
yeah, there are different types of pets which people prefer to keep at their home in our country, such as cats, rabbits, dogs, and for instance, like in my neighborhood, people are keeping Persian cats, and they are so attractive and fascinated. Like when we look at
Mhm.
them, so even I sometimes
And
think to keep
do you
them, but
know
I
anyone that who is keeping an unusual pet?
yeah, yes, there are few people in the country as it's against the law to keep unusual pets. But yes, I had seen in my lifetime that there was a one guy who was keeping pets which are not allowed to keep. So we had complained about them and police got him. So I think unfortunately
What kind of
this
pet
was
it
his
was?
bad luck. It was a peacock.
Okay, interesting. And why do you think some people keep unusual pets?
Because I believe that people used to keep unusual pets because it reflects their personality. For example, John of Dubai is keeping tiger to reflect his personality. So I believe this is a major reason people used to keep unusual
Okay,
pets.
okay, okay. So let's move on to another topic, and that would be concentration, right? Do you sometimes find it difficult to concentrate on things?
To practice online for your IELTS preparation, contact us today. We have a wide range of online programs that you can choose from, and that would ensure your success in the IELTS exam in your next attempt.
Yes, sometimes when the environment is noisy and disturbing, at that time I feel that it's difficult to focus on my work and I should be more concentrated and should be in serene and tranquil environment which would makes me more focused towards my work.
And what kind of works you do that you feel that you should be really focused while doing those?
There are certain works during that I want a complete silent environment. For example, while I'm studying, during that time I want that I should be more focused and there should be no disturbance in my room where I am studying. Secondly, when I am doing some of my office tasks, at that time I believe that I can do my work more appropriately if there is no noise. But if somebody distracts me, so I lose attention from my work and I get disturbed
And
during
what
that
kind
time.
of things that easily distract your attention?
There are distinct things such as mobile, ringing of mobile and outside noise which distracts me from my work.
Okay, and a few more questions related to getting lost.
Okay.
Have you ever found yourself being lost?
Yes, I vividly remember that last week I was going to one of the party which was organized in a rural area, and while going there, I was not able to find the correct route. At that time, I took help of the map to reach the correct destination.
And how do people usually feel when they find themselves lost?
With the cutting edge technology, it's very convenient for the people to find the correct destination with the help of the Google Maps available. Simultaneously, they have the road maps with them, which helps them to reach the correct destination.
How do they feel?
People feel embarrassed, frustrated, and disappointed at the time when they get lost. So, but otherwise, if people are aware about the gadgets and the devices with the help of which they can find the route, then it would be convenient for them. Otherwise, it is very difficult or difficult for them to reach the correct place.
Thank you very much. That is the end of part one. Moving on to part two, you have to prepare a speech of around 1 to 2 minutes, and you will be having a preparation time of 1 minute to prepare your answer, right? If you wish, you can make notes as well. And the cue card for you is
Well, I can say bicycles are regaining popularity these days, and quite often bicycle tours are organized. And I would like to take this opportunity to talk about the bicycle tour I took recently. The fact is that I was on holidays with my friends in Manali. It was a beautiful destination. We went there by public transport and we reached late in evening. Next morning, we were planning to go for a sightseeing, and from a local tourist guide, we come to know that we have two options. Either we can hire a cab or we can hire a bike. Since we had experienced number of time having a bike ride, so we decided to take a bicycle tour. And this guy also helps us in locating bike rental shops. The guy at rental shop took the money and he handed the bikes to us along with helmets, map and lock to keep our bikes safe. So then we proceed our journey. Luckily on that day the weather was extremely pleasant and cool breeze was blowing. It was really an amazing experience riding on bicycle on that day on curving mountain roads. And it was also laborious and thriving as well to ride because it was my first experience riding on the bicycle. So then we rode a bicycle for a couple of kilometers. Then there we saw a beautiful waterfall and we parked our bikes at side of the road and had real fun in the waterfall. We were splashing water on each other and we clicked some photographs as well. Here we interacted with local guy as well who told us about local temple which was take off the road and then we reached there. He told us that we can reach there either by trekking or on bikes. So since we were riding, so we immediately decided to check out this temple and it was quite adventurous journey to this temple as it was down to the hill. And one of my friends was little frightened though, but we really enjoyed the view of Idols in the
Thank you
journey.
very much. That is the end of your time, and it was quite interesting. And would you like to go for such tour again?
Yes, definitely. It was a magnificent experience during this journey, and I'm looking forward to have this journey very soon in my life,
I
along with my friends.
Thank you very much. Moving on to part three of this test, I will ask you a few more questions related to the similar topic. Is it common among people in your country to ride bicycles?
I believe it is not uncommon to see people doing this journey because this is due to the sedentary lifestyle and the inactive lifestyle of the people. They prefer to ride the cycle so that they can be active in their life or
Do you
they
think
can.
bicycles are suitable for people of all ages?
I believe that bike is not suitable for the people of all ages as kids and elder people could not ride the bicycle. But however, I believe that it's the best option for the youngsters and teenagers to do journey by bicycle.
Fantastic. How important is to promote bicycle as a mode of transportation in cities?
Due to pressing issue of pollution and conservation of energy, so considering these points, I believe that the government should promote more and more bicycles among inhabitants of the country so that we can get rid of this burning issue.
And can you suggest some of the ways to promote bicycles?
Yes, certainly there are distinct ways through which we can aware public. Firstly, by organizing awareness campaigns through which we can enlighten the general public about the benefits of riding bicycle. Secondly, celebrities should ride bicycle so that people could inspire by them and they could follow this habit in their day-to-day life.
Fantastic. My final question to you is, do you think that in future, more and more tour operators will organize bicycle tours?
Yes, definitely, because in this prevailing time, people are over-embellished with their Herculean tasks, with their hectic schedules. So they cannot spare time for the active pursuits. So this is one of the active active lifestyle through which people can be energetic in their life. So definitely this would be promoted in upcoming time.
Brilliant. And this is the end of the test, my dear. And thank you very much for your participation. And you have a good day ahead.